Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be breaking down a 9-hour trade that played out exactly as forecasted in my pre-session analysis. So I'm going to be walking you guys through the bias, the entry model, the risk management, and why the setup aligned with my plan. So as you can see here, we already have the trade executions on the chart so that you guys can see that it's a trade I actually took. So we are going to start off the analysis on the 4-hour time frame, like how I planned for the pre-session analysis. We had price sweeping this low over here, which gave us a market structure shift on the lower time frame, on the 5 minutes, and the 15 minutes. So we had the minor market structure shift at this level. So coming into session, we had the break of structure over here. Price pulled back into this POI after the break of structure. We had the sweep of that level. We reacted off supply. Now in the morning during the pre-session market analysis, I said if we want to take shots from this supply zone, we have to see the strong candle body closure over here, which didn't happen. On landing, we swept that low, and then we had a market structure shift on the 5 minutes, which led to the push to the upside. I also said if we get the closure and the strong candle confirmation from this level on the 1 hour, that will mean that our bias for the day will be bullish, and we have switched from the bearish narrative we had. So we'll be looking to take the pullback into demand, and then we get the continuation. So that actually played out as expected. Now, how did we get the entry for this trade idea? Let me take this one out. Okay. So this trade was actually taken from the 15 minutes, using the 15 minutes POI and the M5 as our confirmation entry. So on the 15 minutes, what do we have? We have the break of structure over here. Now during the time that I was actually looking at this trade, the price hadn't closed above this high over here. We just came to sweep the high, and that gave us a rejection into the 15 minutes POI. Now, since I was already expecting buys for the session, I wanted to see the continuation from here to target this high and then close strongly above it, because my major draw on liquidity was this high over here, since we failed to put in the new value from the supply zone. So my major draw on liquidity was this high over here. So there was still room to target all the way up to the high. So that was what I was looking at. The major reason why I took this setup. So we had the 15 minutes POI over here, which was the last POI before price came to sweep the high over here. So although this POI, let me take this thing out real quick. So although the POI isn't really the best of POIs, I mean, you would easily miss it if you are not attentive. You can see that we had the break of structure over here. It was a very minor break of structure, which left this wick over here, which is a buy to sell wick. So if you jump down to the lower time frame, you see something like this, and then you have that buy to sell wick looking like this. So this was where I took my entry from on the lower time frame. Obviously, we didn't just get up and then jump into the trade. We waited for confirmation. So we had here the sweep of the low over here, which gave us a market structure shift at this level. We took this POI. I set my entry right on the open over here, and price came to tap us in, and we had a strong push out. So that was how this trade actually played out. Now, if we didn't get the market structure shift on the 5 minutes, I wouldn't have considered this a strong POI to be buying from. So note that although we took the POY, which was low probability, we still waited for the entry model before we took the setup. If we didn't have the entry model show up on the 5 minutes, we wouldn't have taken the setup because there was still cause for lower prices after we swept the high over here. We could have easily just pulled back down into this demand, get the market structure switch, then take the continuation to the upside. But since we had the entry model show up on the 5 minutes, I decided to. So since we had the entry model show up on the 5 minutes, I decided to take the trade. If we didn't get the entry model, we wouldn't take any trade. So that's it for this trade breakup. I'm currently in another position here on the USD. We'll see how that plays out tomorrow during I'll break down I'll break that down. So yeah, we'll see how that plays out. But that's what um happened. That's how I got this now trade on USD. Yeah. There's nothing much to see for XAUSD. We had strong bullish continuations following the order flow. So I think that's it for today. I'll be back tomorrow morning with the landing key session analysis. If you enjoyed this, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever you have to do. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.